Gonna see if that works. Okay, that seems to work. Great, great, great. So far, so good. So Shabbat Shalom. Although that's only a couple of hours, I've slept a long time. I'm just sitting here and drinking some coffee, and I don't know. Everything is just, that's not good. I have glass in my feet, and the body is reacting, and my hands doesn't feel good, and I feel somewhat sick, and it's just it's bad, and of course all the other issues. Going to the going to the going to die at some point. You can really suffer a lot before you actually die. It's very interesting. I would have thought I would already be dead. I guess maybe I overstated that, or whatever you want to call it. Apparently, you can live a lot longer than you would think. Anyway, I guess as long as it's not. But yeah, you can die from one moment to the other. And it's incredible how. Yeah, of course, a lot of people are doing that, and sometimes it seems to be better to just die than to suffer. Some of those damages that apparently you can't mention because then you are locked down, right? But as far as I know, there's a lot of people that would know before they began to inject all the snake poison that we would have a lot of people that got damaged. And I don't know why people don't want to see it. Why they don't want to see that the medical mafia is utterly corrupt. And it's the Roman medical mafia. You really have to take your brain with you when you're going to this system. Now, for example, I have glass in my feet. I don't know what to do about it. But it is what it is. I guess they can't do much about that either because they're totally incompetent. It seems like that the only thing the medical mafia can actually do is just to hurt you. They can't help you. They can only hurt you over and over and over again. Well, mostly for, there are some things where they do some good things, right? They got a metal splint out of my eye at some point. That was a good thing, right? And so that's a positive, what do you call it? A positive experience with the medical mafia. But overall, it's mostly negative nonsense that I have with them. But that was actually one of the positive things, The rest is pretty much just evil and bad. In regards of experiencing this wicked system. By the way, we are in the 8th moon of the year. So we're getting closer to we have around 5 months or 5 moons to the Passover and the 7 days of unleavened bread. And then we begin to count to Shavuot and all that. But that's like 5 months, and of course, we have a lot of wacky things coming in this winter, and it's already, if you go to the swimming hall in Denmark, they have closed down the saunas, and they have cooled down the water. So, and of course, cooling down the water would make it easier to get sick, because there's something in regards of the immune system. When you're cooled down, it gets further into there's something in regards of the nose or something like that, in regards of the blood retracting from the things, and thereby it's easier for foreign things to get in and all that. But anyway, so they all, they do all these nutty things, and the light is blinking, and I have no idea why the light would be blinking in regards of them, and that can't be healthy for the light sources either. But whatever, they want to do everything to have it look like it's, there's a, I just, and we're talking about in the night. It doesn't make any sense, right? Because in regards of electricity in the night, right, that's where it's to be the cheapest, right, with all that naughty things. And yet they don't want to turn on the, well, anyway. So what do we have more? The Roman world order, the Roman New World Order. Usually it's called the New World Order, right? And really, it's just the Roman world order. I guess you can see the Roman New World Order, although it's really the old world order on steroids. Yeah, that is, of course, what is being pushed. All these secondary things, like the green agenda and, climate nonsense and all that. All these secondary things is used to promote their madness. And the corona lockdowns and, and then, of course, just give the fault for Putin, right? It's Putin fault. Everybody believes it's Putin fault, Hello, have you people not followed along what the Western leaders did these last couple of years? Oh, okay, but it's Putin fault, all of it. Okay, yeah. So Putin is the scapegoat, and I'm not defending Putin in any way. He's just in the diabolical game as the rest of the bullshitters. He's a liar, a deceiver, a bullshitter like the rest. But the Western leaders are just, and the media just totally scapegoating Putin and just totally, giving him the fault for everything. It's Putin's fault. It's Putin. Are you kidding, coach? You're kidding me. People, it's like, people still believe that Putin would be exploding his own pipeline, or both of the pipelines, I guess. It's like, why would Putin, blow up his own pipelines when he could just turn off the, it's just to give me a break. Because the gas is coming from Russia, right? And moving down to Germany, right? So if Putin didn't want Germany to get any gas, he could just turn it off. Oh my. But in insanity, of course, we have the CIA warning that, when I looked at this, that was the first day or something like that. I didn't want to use too much time on it, but we have CIA warning the Germans about it before it was, as far as I understand, that was a military, U.S. military operation at that place, where, what do you call exercise, whatever. I haven't confirmed that, but wouldn't be a surprise that they had like an exercise and all of a sudden we have explosions in that area. You have the CIA warning the Germans, I told you that. That's 2 nuggets. Then we have, you have to wonder if Putin wanna explode, why would he go down to Denmark to have it explode? Anyway, then of course you have that Putin could just have turned it off. Then you have the American president, of course, telling that they will explode the pipeline if Russia goes into Ukraine and all that. Back in the day, before it. So, we have the motive. We know, we have all the gold nuggets in regards of, who did it. Because Russia wanted to provide Germany with gas, right? Why would they blow it up, And it's like, if we can fix it, right? And you can still get gas from us, right? It just doesn't make any sense. But anyway, we're locked out from Russian propaganda. And you can learn by seeing both sides. But the Western world are apparently only allowed to see one side. We're not allowed to see the other side because that's locked down. So, because we're living in a free world, right? Bullshit, And I'm in Facebook jail again. I had both my YouTube accounts locked down. For one of them had 2 strikes, the other one got 1 strike, and of course, my Facebook. I was in Facebook jail, and I got out of Facebook jail. Now I'm in Facebook jail again for 30 days. For what? For a song. I posted a song, and the song is a Danish song, and you know, yeah. So I'm in Facebook jail for 30 days more. It's like, and of course I just saw a video in regards to the CIA and the FBI, how they're controlling the information, like on platforms on Facebook. But anyway, that's no free speech, because they control what you are allowed to say. And if you go outside the walls that they have put on or put up, you will be censored. They control the information flow, and thereby leads the people in the direction they want. And most people just don't see it, and they just are in that pathway of moving along. Yeah. And you saw another person that was murdered, it seems. Well, they just say they were killed, right? Actually, I think it was both a husband and a wife. They were against all this, the government taking the children, and they were showing the corruption and the disgusting filth that was in regards to this. We have the same thing in Denmark, where the government just steals the children, like the government should have anything to do with the children of the family, and of course the education system is corrupt. Everything is corrupt. Everything is stinking corrupt. And of course, we have what do you call those in English? Someone that, what do you call, like a coffin? No, it's not a coffin. Like a shelf? No, it's not a shelf. Something where you close the door, right? A closet. Oh yeah, I think it's a closet. We have closet papers all Roman poopery is everywhere. It stinks all over. No one knows who the Antichrist is anymore. And by the way, if you don't know who the Antichrist is, there should be a little, information thing down there where it says who the Antichrist is. Although I should remove the truth thing, because the truth link was something I paid for long ago, and I thought I could get it up, because if the authorities ever, wanted to close my website, I could then move over to the truth domain, which in some sense I of course still could do, but the problem is that I've had so much difficulty just getting that to work. So if I can't get it to work, then who, and I'm kind of nerdy, right? It's not, I've grown up with a computer, and so if I have difficulty getting it to work, well, then others will surely have difficulty, getting it to work. I could maybe make something when I got it done, and a manual to get it, working. But yeah, it just didn't want to work. I was pretty dissatisfied. Of course, when I bought it, they didn't really say that this was a special domain. So, but yeah, that's how it is. So I do still have my info domain. Probably should check in regards to how long it actually still is valid, because I lost the other domain that I had, and I can't pay for it either, because I'm not following along with the digital nonsense. I'm trying to still have the old digital thing that actually still should work in regards of paying on the internet. But because they're authorized, oh well, I shouldn't talk about that on the Sabbath. Sorry, my bad. So anyway, but anyway, it's all the world is just totally going astray. So, and going totally off, we have RT.com, the connection is untrusted, right? You can get into RT.com by using Tor, or what is it called? Onion or Tor. You can download Tor and you can connect to the network. I personally don't want to actually use Tor, but if it's the only way to get to a website, and it's kind of not that hard, you download the Tor browser, you connect, which you can say connect automatically, which I think it should do automatically always. But anyway, you push the thing and it automatically connects to the Tor domain or Tor network or whatever, and then you can go into rt.com. Now you can have some slowdowns, that's very annoying and all that, but overall it works pretty good. I find it so disgusting that a so-called free world would lock down the connection to rt.com. And it's like superficial lockdown, right? Because it's not like it's because of this and that. It's just they did it, The Western world, those that controls, well, I guess they control both Putin and they control the Western world, right? But they lock people down from the Western world out of the propaganda of the Russians, and the Russians, I guess, would probably be locked out of the Western propaganda, although that probably will be a little harder. Although that depends if the Russian can actually do English, right? I don't know how good Russians are to doing English, but if they can do English, it'll probably be easier to actually see the Western propaganda. And I'm not defending any one of these, because it's disgusting, filthy, diabolical destruction of human lives, of earthlings that is killing each other and being killed and being sent to the front that doesn't even want to be there in the first place. It doesn't matter if they are Ukrainians or Russians. It doesn't matter. They are people made in the image of the gods, and they have been sent to the front to kill other people made in the image of God. It's disgusting, and they haven't even volunteered, many of these. They have just been pushed to it. I would not do it. I would not take up anything to kill another human being. If anything, I should go out and preach in regards of Jesus Christ. I have not been told to go out and murder other people. I've been told to go out and preach the good news, and if someone kills me, then that's it. That's the Christian way of going out into whatever. That's what we've been called to. We're not been called to go out and kill other people. It's absolutely insanity. Did Christ tell us to take up your weapon and go and kill other people if they... No. We still have the future judgment of God. That's the future. That's God going to judge the world when there's nothing... when it's pretty much complete darkness, and killed all the Christians, butchered and slaughtered them and all that just tried to tell the world the truth. And, we haven't been, and Ukrainians and Russians are, they have the Orthodox, right? The Orthodox, of course, is pretty much like Roman Catholicism, although they're fighting each other. And but they, one does the cross one direction and the other does the cross the other direction, and it's very important to do it the right way. Apparently, we have his stories of that from when the Eustachi, the Roman Catholic Eustachi, was killing off the Serbs, the Orthodox Serbs, or false converted them. Even if you actually wanted to become a Roman Catholic by force conversion, you might be killed anyway. But it was very important for you to make the cross in the right direction. I wouldn't, the upside cross, if you actually look at it, it's an upside cross. People can't even see it's an upside cross. People are just totally diabolical blind. I actually was seeing something from from the Russian news thing where they were showing something in regards of Nazism or fascism, pretty much, and that was actually that was pretty interesting. Sadly, I didn't see it all, and I forgot about it. It was in the live section of the, so I don't know where to find it again. But they talked about Nazism in regards to the different nations that actually was fascist in their style. Yeah. So we have Roman Catholicism, of course, they were fascist. And here we talk Portugal, Spain, France, Italy, of course, Italy, and Hungary and Romania. And they're talking about them actually being in this fascist idea. They don't have Germany, but of course they were talking about Germany as well in regards of Nazism. But then we just see the movement of fascism, which fascism is just another thing in regards of Roman Catholicism, pretty much. I don't know where's the Ustashi. On this map they don't seem to have the. I think the Ustashi is just over here on the map. Well, anyway, can I turn it around? Nope. There we go. So here's the image from RT, right? And you can see the France had a fascist collaborationist government, and they talked about these different things in regards to fascism. But sadly, I forgot to see it all. I can't remember if there was any problems or something like that in regards of. But of course, I need to go to the rt.com to see if maybe they have fixed the video someplace. Where's my? Well, we have the Basilix browser. We have the Opera browser. Where's the Tor browser? Okay, let's see here if we can find it here. It's kind of a problem, right? Because I only wanted one browser, one single browser to use, right? And it just becomes more and more browsers, right? You have to have one browser to use Flash, because many of the browsers don't support Flash anymore because Adobe just turned it off, right? So it wouldn't work anymore, and support it and all that. So now you have to have like a specific browser for that. Maybe you can install some kind of plugin or something like that for some of the other browsers. But it's just, so a lot of the web pages in the past, you need to have Tor browsers already running, but it's not responding. Oh, we already have it up here. Okay. I wonder what that. Okay. So anyways, let's see rt.com. Let's see if we. The sad thing about this is that, of course, rt.com is sometimes it wants to, check that you are not a robot and all that. Well, at least you can get into it, and then you need to write these things EVMMK to actually get into it. I don't understand why these verifications is actually there, because AI, are you telling me that AI couldn't figure out these small games that they have? Are you telling me that AI is not good enough to actually circumvent or get through these kind of things? I would think that AI should be more than developed enough to be able to easily get through these things. So demining Donbass religion. Oh, then I've seen that. That's a little movie in regards of removing mines from the Donbass region. Anyway, of course they're using propaganda from their own side, But you can't get away from that Russia invaded Ukraine and not the other way around. So even if Ukraine were doing things right, that in collaboration with the U.S. and all that, it's still the Russians that invades another nation. So, but in any case, I think they should, have an open talk, because we, of course, behind closed doors, we know they can say whatever, and they can, because they're on the same team and all that. They just love murdering people, and an agreement on peace would not be so bad, because it's just killing people, and they love killing people. They love having the machinery running. Serbian officials in self-proclaimed Republic of Kosovo resigned from government. Okay. No idea what that is. But I was looking for the fascist thing. Maybe I can search on it on their website. But I just find, when they ban things, I just don't think it's the way to go. No, I don't really see the history thing on the fascist thing, sadly. Maybe one can write them or something. Oh, they're also on Gap, maybe? That's interesting. Connect with Gap. Well, I guess it's Gap TV. Load more episodes. Well, here we have some. That was the story. Okay, they're on Gap apparently. Okay. Convenient, exposed to the West. Calm moments of the shooting. U.S. exports compared to, there was something in regards to fascism, but it's a good amount of days. Actually, maybe I can actually see how many days it is since I posted it. Let's see here. 3 days. No, it's probably more than that. Day of the Dead festival held in Mexico. Yeah, more of this nonsense of Halloween and all that. I can't really post anything in regards of it, sadly, on Facebook, because you're about to load a page from Gap. If you are a Gap logged in, user information about your identity might be required by RT. Just load. Lula returns. Okay, let's see how many days it is since. And of course, the images are very bad because Facebook began to do this nonsense. As you can see, my account are restricted, and here is my profile. Let's see here. Now, at least I got that one fixed, on my say no to abortion. Okay, let's see here. 1st November. How many days is that? Of the 5, so that would be November. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, 5 days ago. Okay, so it should be around here. Well, of course, it doesn't mean that they actually fixed it. Nah, that would be hard to find. Well, we had this day of no. We have also Putin on Nord Stream sabotage. Tightening restrictions, useless promises, rescue operations. I just can't see but you know, in regards to history and all that, in regards of fascism, that's always interesting to see a little history from the days of World War II, because of course that was, you know, fixed in regards to Roman Catholicism. Hitler was a good Roman Catholic, and you know there was a Roman Catholic movement, and then some will say, well, that was some pagan. Well, Roman Catholicism is paganism, so it doesn't matter if there's some pagan, what do you call it, things to it, because that is Roman Catholicism. It is Satanism, you know. So so yeah, but they're really good at making us kill each other. Oh, Ethiopian government, something in regards of Ethiopia. They had some in regards of manuscripts and all that. African Holocaust. Putin on deal suspension. I don't really see anything in regards to this fascism thing. But it was in the live thing. Italian journal shows inconvenient truth about Ukraine Nazism. I don't think it's that, but Israel strikes Gaza a day ago. Well, you know. And of course, we have something in regards of, you know, the U.S. to free Iran. Okay. How do we get free from the U.S.? Oh, anyway. So yeah, let's see what we have found. Oh, it hasn't opened the others. Why didn't it open the others? I only have one open in regards to the dead. The Day of the Dead is just disgusting, you know. It's the pagan satanic filth, you know. But apparently it didn't open the other. You know. But anyway, France had a fascist collaboration. The government, RT.com. It's like 11:39 in regards to timeline, but on 5 days ago. But yeah, I don't know how to really find that. I don't know if I can write RT. If RT had like a gap profile, I could write them. Let's see here, sign in. But they at least have a video thing, right? So let's see here. Okay, and now the other one plays. Again, it's, yeah, with all the, just, you know, can't people say, you know, they just love death, right? And I guess that's also what is in the Bible. Those that hate the truth love death, you know. So let's see if we can find RT.com. There was another news thing from Russia. I only know the RT thing. Here we go. Let's see if we can ask them. Okay. You had a. So on Portugal, Spain, France, and Italy, Hungary, and Romania. Do you have a link? Do you have a link for that? Thanks. Okay, in regards to World War II, in regards of World War II, do you have a link for that? Thanks. Okay, let's see if they post comment. I don't know if they will respond, but Post. Oh, I can't post it up there. Okay. Yeah, of course I know that, news are propaganda from one side to the other side, right? It's what it is. Well, when you don't allow the people to look at it from both sides, then you make them more blind. Then, you know, you have one side saying one thing and you have the other side saying something else, right? And if you do not know both sides, it's it just becomes harder to see what is. Can't even find my own post. What is this nonsense? It should be there. Maybe I can like notifications. No. More news, home, market, chats. Isn't there like follows, quote, home? Like, can I see what I just did or something like that? I don't know. Explore, groups, chats, notifications. Is this nonsense in regard? The platform itself is not. You can sit there and you can see. Yeah, okay, that is, and you can refresh and refresh and refresh and all that, and it just, why do I need to refresh to? It's just all these naughty things going on with the internet. Oh, I made a mistake. I edit Spain. I've been speaking too much apparently. And my nose then gets gets blocked. And we have someone saying electric vehicles have been around for much longer than most people realize. This is not even a myth, just a cover up of our lost technology so that they could bill us every step of the way and have a complete control of us. Yep, that's true. That is true. Electricity taken from air drives automobile. An old article here. But of course they kept their secret close to their, and that's of course the problem, right? Because if you, at some point you will be killed, like the guy that fixed the water car in the US, and then he was no more and his car was gone, and oh no, another guy promoting flat earth. You gotta be kidding me. These people make the, and here we actually, some alchemical things, and they will make whatever, oh, give me a break. Relatives of Donbass soldiers recently freed from Kiev captivity, and they say inhumane treatment. Well, of course there will always, that's one side will defame the other side, and the other side will defame the, but, overall, who attacked who, But yeah, I found this wonderful, that would actually be pretty good to my website in regards of, in regards to the book of Revelation. That's wonderful. Let's see if we can. Oh, I guess the sound is not. Oh, that's sound. A spoken Easter Sunday. It's like Easter Sunday. You gotta be kidding me. Why do you think it's called Easter Sunday? It's just incredible. Why are people so blind to all the paganism around them? It keeps on going, and people are just, they just don't want to see it, right? Well, this is the one that I am in, and I think it's free as far as I know. Maybe he was selling it. I'm not entirely sure. It does look like a CD. So.
It was given to him so that he might show his servants what must shortly happen. He made it known by sending his angel to his servant John, who, telling all he saw, has borne witness to the word of God and to the testimony of Jesus Christ. Happy is the man who reads, and happy are those who listen to the words of this prophecy and heed what is written in it. For the hour of
Move your lamp from its place.
Uh-oh.
And yet you have this in your favor.
There are some words that seems to be, happy. Blessed are the people who, blessed are the people who reads, and blessed are the people
You
who
hate
hear.
the practices of the Nicolaitans as I do. Here, you.
So there are some kind of differences. Actually interesting, by the way. I remember making a video where I don't recall actually having any issues with heating like that.
On this edition of Jerusalem Dateline, Benjamin Netanyahu makes a stunning comeback after his...
I don't know what is going on here. But yeah, I did recall where I was actually playing a thing where I actually also had the camera. I don't think it actually ever got heated, Anyway, so that was like the Book of Revelation from memory.
John, to the seven churches in the province of Asia. Grace be to you and peace, from him who is, and who was, and who is to come, from the seven spirits before his throne, and from Jesus Christ, the faithful witness, the firstborn from the dead, and ruler of the kings of the earth. Now to him who loves us, and freed us from our sins with his life's blood, who made of us a royal house, to serve as the priest to his God and Father. To him belong glory and dominion forever and ever. Amen. Behold, he is coming with the clouds, and every eye shall see him, and among them those who pierced him, and all the peoples of the world shall lament in remorse. So it shall be. Amen. I am the Alpha and the Omega, says the Lord God, who is, and who was, and who is to come, the sovereign Lord of all. I, John, your brother, who share with you in the suffering.
Yeah, so that's an interesting. You can always listen to the Book of Revelation again and again and again, and get more information. Although there was this teaching in regard to the Book of Revelation, I think they failed. They mixed things together that just didn't make any sense. So they had this guy that is also reading on this dramatic book reading of the Book of Revelation. They had him on and then they had this cartoonish thing ongoing, and I think there was a good amount of weird things that didn't really fit into in regards to the truth. It just made some issues. It made confusion. But his reading was pretty good, that was actually very good, of the Book of Revelation. And it's always nice to have some kind of, just a variation of some kind. And he just goes on. He does make the first, he does it in regards to 2 rounds. And the first round he pretty much does pretty perfectly. I don't know which version he's using in regards to reading, because there are some differences, like, happy is the man that reads and happy is the man that listens. No, blessed, as far as I recall, is the man who reads, and blessed, that's a blessing in regards to the book. But happy is doesn't seem to be the same thing as a blessing, right? So I don't know which version he's using, but overall it's it's not bad. You know, it's still keeping pretty close to the text. So that's good. And I did listen to all of it, and it is pretty impressive to see someone actually having remembered. You know, even he had some minor mistakes here and there, right? And then usually that was mostly in the second half of the, of the book. Like he has one of the angels coming with, and he said golden instead of. But he ended up correcting himself as the text went on, but he didn't really go on, and he went through the, I can't even remember the word that it's, but it's the thing that it's still not bad. Like an hour of speaking a book and then only making a couple of mistakes, right? That's not bad. It's very impressive. It's very, very impressive, and I think he did it pretty good. Although in regards of some of the word choices and what version he's using, I don't know. So apparently the guy is dead. It seems, or maybe, I'm not sure. It says April the 19th, 2017, so I guess he might be dead. Jason Nightingale, September the 6th, 1948 to April 19, 2017. He says, I'm not worried in the least bit. If I don't wake up from surgery, I'll be with the Lord. And I do wonder in regards to, so he went to surgery, I guess, for something. And I'm like, isn't it interesting that if you go to surgery, they so many times kills you, right? That's a good amount of times where you go into being, and you're dead. And you just have to wonder, if you didn't go into surgery, you might have had a little longer to live. I don't know. But anyway, it's just, I've seen so many people where they go into surgery and the medical mafia ends up killing them. They end up making things a lot worse for the person. So there's no way of, there really has to be a huge miracle to get them through it, And I'm not saying that is, but just saying that, if they are worse after they go into this medical mafia nonsense. So, but I guess he might be dead now. I guess he went to some kind of surgery. I can take a search here and see. Nightingale dead, 2017. Yeah, okay. Jason Nightingale, September, but on April the 19th, Jesus called home his good and faithful servant Jason Nightingale. So he's dead. Very sad. That's not long ago. So the thing that I saw for him for 5 years ago is pretty much close to him being, it's like one, let's see, 2002, right? 2021, 2020, 2019, 18, 70, wow. So the video that he made in must have been the year that he died. That is incredible. At that, because he didn't look like a person that would be. Okay, I can't. It doesn't seem like I can go into this. Okay, I could. After the clicking game. So Jesus called home his faithful servant Jason Nightingale. Jason leaves behind his wife Sharon, his sons Matthew, Micah, Paul, Joshua, and 7 grandchildren. Well, he was in the U.S. Army apparently. I do wonder how he, it seems like he needs to go to, or he needed to go to some kind of operation, and I'm just thinking, what kind of operation, right? Was that what killed him? I don't know. But he's I can't really. It doesn't seem like I can find much overall information. I don't know what he has. Oh, that was another where he was like Matthew or something like that. Maybe one could find, some of those, where he talks about. Let's see here. I guess it doesn't matter much. He made this wonderful, recording of the Book of Revelation. Death. Operation maybe? Operation. Operation Nightingale, helping veterans. But here he is, that's 3 years ago. How can that be 3 years ago if he died? Like, in 2017? I don't know. Let's open a couple of them here. Jason Nightingale recites the Holy Bible. Yes, she changes series. Here is a dramatic recitation of the. Then we have another greater than the Book of Hebrews. That's all I can find. Okay, that's a good amount anyway. Let's see.
We have a very unique opportunity this morning. We begin a series in the book of Mark, and the Gospel of Mark. By all accounts, it's probably the
It's like 3 years ago. So, but if he died 2017, that's kind of I don't know if he's dead or not.
parsed out chapter by chapter, verse by verse. We teach exposition here. But today, what we want to do is we want to start the book of Mark.
Okay, apparently he skips over something. No, Jesus said this kind comes out only by prayer and fasting. Why are you leaving vital parts out? Again, I'm not sure which version Jason Nightingale is using. But yeah. It's not the King James version, at least it seems. Of course, this could be uploaded. This is from 3 years ago again, but yeah. Okay, that's the same. Seems to be the same as this one. Oh, give me a break with it's not showing the whole length
Of
of.
Jesus Christ, given by God to Jesus. He made it so the of Jesus Christ, given by God to Jesus. He made it so he might. He made it to the test.
There's some issues with the sound in the beginning, but it goes. There we go again with this. I think these are all the same, right? No, this one have 6, this one have 6, and this one have 6. Well, did I say that one time too many? I don't know. The Book of Hebrews.
What a
That's
great
the.
day to be in God's house. Man, we 3 Sundays ago, we started a series.
Yeah, Sunday is the first day of the week.
Hebrews, and we entitled it "Greater Than," because basically the book of Hebrews, written to Jewish people who were embracing and holding on to their Old Testament covenant and their Old Testament way.
That was Paulus writing the Book of Hebrews. I'm pretty. That would be my view on that. And I think Paulus wrote, most of the books pretty much. Well, all the letters, that's his. When people say, well, half of the letters it's not his and all that, I think it's his. Why wouldn't it be his? Oh, something is not fitting this and that. Well, he was a wolf in sheep clothing, leading people into lawlessness. Speaking rightly in regards of Jesus Christ and the belief in him, but leading people into lawlessness. Yep. And that was exactly what Yeshua was warning us about. He was warning us about the devil coming to sow his own seeds. The tares, the poisonous tares. But apparently people don't take that warning they don't take the warning They just put light, as a feather on that warning apparently, and just go on. Jesus didn't warn us about wolves, clear stinking wolves like Muhammad. Because Muhammad is a clear stinking wolf, He's not, he doesn't have sheep clothing on him. Christ was warning us about wolves in sheep clothing. Not something that is just stinking like, I don't know, a clear stinking wolf like Muhammad. You gotta be kidding me. Shouldn't be any problem. And then you have, this person became a Mohammedan, and he was a Christian, and he doesn't see this and that and all. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, He didn't see the fruit of God in Christianity and blah, 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 blah. So that makes it untrue, that most of the Christians are sadly being misled and all that, but that doesn't make it untrue, does it? Does that make it untrue that Christ is the Son of God and God in flesh who died for the sins of the world once and for all? So it just, yeah, anyway. Getting so sick and tired of it all. But yeah, apparently Jason Nightingale, apparently sadly dead. But he has Gospel of Mark from memory, and recitation of the Book of Revelation, and on his orphanage, and part of the Book of John. Yes, part of the Book of John also apparently. The Book of Mark recited by Jason Nightingale. Palm Sunday, John 11 to 21 recitation. Maybe he has. So, but yeah, he has some recitations and all that, and of course, it's never a bad thing to listen to and grow further in things, and so.
We're needing to be shown that there was something greater than the old way, that there was something new and exciting, and that it wasn't in a new religion, it wasn't in a new fad, it was in the person of the Son of God, Jesus Christ. And I fell in love with Hebrews about 25 years ago. I mean, I loved all the Bible. I mean, it's all good, Holy Spirit did a good job putting that thing together. I mean, I couldn't have done any better, right? I mean, I could have done a whole lot worse. I